Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of From Average to Savage. Again, this is your host, Jose Vivanco, and today we're going to be talking about motivation, goals, and taking action. When you hear the word motivation, what comes to your mind? So, everybody always says that they have something that motivates them to do whatever it is, but at the same time, it is the biggest excuse that everybody makes when you're not wanting to go to work. What is it that you always say? Nobody says, I don't want to go to work today. Most people will say, I don't have the motivation to be at work today. I don't have the motivation to be here today. When it comes to going to the gym, what does everybody say? I'm not motivated enough to go. I'll feel more motivated to go tomorrow. Every time that somebody tells you, you should start eating healthier, what do they say? Yeah, I'm not really that motivated to eat healthy. It's such a double-edged sword, because at the same time, motivation, it's like the starter on your vehicle. It's what gets you going. Once you're motivated to better yourself, once you're motivated to do the things that you need to do, that's the start of everything. But motivation alone is not going to keep you going in the long run. It's just going to get you started, and that's it. And that's where most people go wrong when it comes to motivation. They think that motivation is going to keep them going through the entire process, but that's not true. You're not going to be motivated every single day. One day you may be super motivated to go to the gym, while the next day you might be like, I could stay home today. So that's when other things kick in to help you, that are more important and way bigger than motivation is. I've used that excuse multiple times. Even before I started doing the podcast, I'd always tell myself, I'm not really that motivated to do this right now. I'll do it tomorrow. And then the next day would come by and I'm like, you know what? Not really that motivated again to do this. And I feel like I should be 100% motivated. And it just kept pushing it until I decided to take action. And that is the key factor in this. So you may be wondering right now, how can I use motivation to my advantage? So the way that you can use it to your advantage is to, whenever you feel motivated to change something, act on it. Do it. Don't think about it anymore. Get up. If you're sitting down watching TV, grab a notebook and start planning what you're going to do, so that you can get full advantage of that window of motivation that you're giving yourself at that point in time. So just to give you a little bit more information about motivation itself, there's two types of motivation. There's internal motivation and external motivation. So to give you an example, an internal motivator would be you saying, okay, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to get in shape because I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to feel better. I want to do better. I want to excel at what I'm doing. I want to be in the best shape that I can be. And I just want to do this for myself. Now, when you look at an external motivator, it's like, okay, so my buddy over there, he's in great shape. I want to be in better shape than that person. Another example of that would be like, okay, I want to make, I'm motivated to work so much that I make an extra, I don't know, let's say $4,000 a month. And your motivation to do that is because your buddy is making $5,000 a month or $3,000 a month, and you want to do better than them. That's an external motivator. You're not doing anything for yourself. You're doing it for external reasons. It's not an internal thing. It's not an internal fire. It's a fire from the outside. So there has been studies shown that the best motivator is your internal motivation. Anything that you're doing for yourself will keep you going in the long run. But that being said, don't forget that motivation is just the start of everything. You're not going to be motivated every single day of your life. You're going to have moments of motivation, little windows where you're going to be like, man, today is the day that I'm going to start going to the gym and eating healthier, and I'm going to be so good. That's just that's just a temporary window. Just a little small window. The second that you go to the gym and you don't find that you suddenly lost 30 pounds, and with one session you're not in amazing shape, or in one day you're not in amazing shape, that motivation is going to go out the window. And then the excuses are going to come flying. Oh, I'm not motivated to go to the gym today. I went to the gym yesterday and, well, I didn't really lose any weight. And that's when motivation kills you. That's when motivation acts in the complete opposite way that you want it to, and it ends up destroying any chance of you getting ahead, of you doing what you want to do. So because motivation comes and goes, it's very important for you to, once you have that motivation, do something about it immediately. Don't wait. Don't make this excuse of, oh, tomorrow, I'm super motivated right now, but I'm gonna start tomorrow because it's already 6 o'clock in the afternoon. My favorite TV show is on right now, and you know what, I'll just start it in the morning. Do something right now. It doesn't have to be like, okay, I'm motivated to go to the gym, so I'm gonna go to the gym right now. No, don't doesn't mean, I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying take action. Set goals for yourself. Setting goals, it's huge for your success in everything. Business, eating healthier, getting fit, whatever it is that you want to do, setting yourself a goal, it's very, very, very important. There used to be a study done in Harvard that actually turned out to be fake, because people could not find this study. But it was saying how in business, 3% of the people would make more money than the other 97%, and the only thing that they were really doing differently was writing down their goals. So this lady called Gail Matthews, PhD at the Dominican University, decided that she was going to make this test. She was going to do the research and find out whether this was true or not. Because people were already writing down their goals and noticing that it would make a difference, but there was no actual study done behind it. So she decided to do this, and I want you guys to listen so you guys can apply it and see where the benefit is. So what she did is she created 5 different groups. On the first group, she only asked people to think about their goals and what they wanted to do, and not write anything down, just keep it all in their heads. The second group, she asked them to think about it and to write down their goals. The third group had to write down their goals, think about it, formulate an action plan as to how they were going to achieve these goals. The fourth group, they did the exact same thing, so they had to think about it, they wrote down what they wanted to do, they came up with action plans, and they had to send this information to a very supportive friend of theirs. Somebody that was going to have their back and make sure they were doing these things. Now, the fifth group, they had to think about their goals, write them down, formulate an action plan, send this plan to the supportive friend of theirs, and they had to do weekly progress with them. So every week they had to send them how things were going, if they were making improvements, and if they're working towards their goals. So what she found with this was that the fifth group showed a huge improvement over the first group, and as well as the other groups all did much better than the first group, showing how writing down your goals actually does lead you to more success. Again, this is mostly based for businesses, but it can be easily used when it comes to yourself and the goals that you want to accomplish, whatever that goal may be, whether it's health and fitness or if you want to save money, whatever it is, writing down your goals will help you. So, like I said, this fifth group showed a huge improvement over all the other ones. And the reason for that is because of accountability. They didn't just have to answer themselves to say, yep, I did what I had to do. They also had to show it to a supportive friend. So because they had that accountability and commitment to have to show this to somebody else, they were way more committed, they were more engaged in their goals, and they had a bigger success with what they were planning on doing. In the program that I am running right now, you don't only have to do the workouts and eat like I'm telling you to do it, you also have to respond to me. You also have to tell me how you're doing, how you're feeling. Tell me that you're following through with everything. Show me what your changes are in your weight so then I can keep track of everything for you. And by doing that, you have that accountability. You have to respond to your coach, which in this case is myself. And that alone is going to lead you to follow through with everything and not fall off the wagon like you normally would if you're not responding to anybody else but yourself. So when you're making these goals, you have to do it in a very smart way. One of the things that people make a big mistake when they are setting their goals is to just say, I'm gonna, I don't know, in this case, lose weight. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds and leaving it at that. You do want to create a timeline because that creates that accountability of, okay, I have to lose this much weight by this day. If you don't do that, that goal will drag on for the rest of your life. And when those 2 months go by and you haven't lost the weight that you planned, you're going to be like, oh, whatever, I'll do it in the next 2 months, And that just creates a bad habit and a bad cycle in which you're never going to reach these goals. But if you say, I'm going to lose this much weight by this day, you will have more motivation and more drive to finish what you're trying to do, to accomplish the goals that you're setting for yourself. You want to make sure that these goals are also attainable and measurable. So you don't want to create a goal that you can't measure. You can't put factual things behind it. So again, with the weight loss example, you don't want to say, I'm going to lose weight, because you're not really setting yourself up for success. You're just saying, I'm going to lose weight. So what? The day that you lose half a pound, you're going to be like, oh, goal met. I already lost half a pound. That's all. My goal was to lose weight. And technically, I did lose the weight. No, you want it to be measurable. You want to have numbers set for you. You want to say, this is how much weight I want to weigh by the end of this. This is how much fat percentage I want to have by the end of this. And you want to set a time frame. Again, I'm very, very, very repetitive when it comes to the time frame thing, because it is that important when it comes to your goals. Also, you want to make sure that it's attainable. So by that I mean, you don't want to say, okay, I'm going to lose 300 pounds in a month, because that's just not going to happen. That's not reasonable. And when you're halfway through your month and you haven't lost 150 pounds, you're going to be like, well, it's just not going to work, man. I'm already halfway through the month and I'm not even halfway through my goal yet, so screw it. Why keep going? Why keep trying? So you want to make sure that it's attainable, make sure that it's measurable, make sure that it's very specific. Okay, make sure that it's specific, not just an open-ended goal, and timely. So you want to make sure that you have that time frame and you're giving yourself a timeline as to when you want to accomplish this goal, what's going to happen in between, such as how you're going to get to this goal. So again, I'm going to give you another example. You guys can contact me if you need help with this, but I'm going to give you this example. Okay, so we'll grab Timmy, who weighs 200 pounds. He wants to get down to 180 in 60 days. Just throwing numbers out there. Don't quote me. Don't be like, oh, that's not attainable, or, oh man, that's not even a legit goal. It's just throwing numbers out there. Okay, so let's say Timmy wants to lose 20 pounds in the next 60 days. That goal itself, you have no control over that. Okay, so that is your end goal. Your end goal is to lose the 20 pounds or Timmy's goal, I guess, the next 60 days. But in that day of weigh-ins, 60 days from now, there are so many other factors that could lead Timmy to not be at 180 and potentially be at 182, 183. Maybe he had a massive meal the night before. Maybe he is bloated. Maybe he is retaining water. So many things can influence that scale that is going to lead him to not achieve that specific goal. So what is Timmy going to do? Timmy's going to grab 3 things. He's going to do 3 things every single day that are going to lead him to that goal. So Timmy's going to start writing a journal. Maybe not a journal, in a notebook. He's going to say, at the very top, write down, okay, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in the next 60 days. How am I going to achieve this? So he's going to make 3 smaller goals that he's going to do every day, such as, I'm going to eat what my coach is telling me to eat. The second goal is, I'm going to exercise as often and as hard as my coach is telling me to. And the third one is, I don't know, let's say, for example, I'm going to drink 4 liters of water or 3 liters of water, whatever it is that he needs to be drinking at for his activity levels. By Timmy doing those 3 things every single day for the next 60 days, he is going to get to that end goal. He might not be at 20 pounds, but he's going to be very close to that 20 pounds, to the point that he's going to feel comfortable and his self-esteem is going to be high, and he's going to be like, okay, I didn't quite get to that goal, but I got so close to it that in the next 30 days, I'm going to lose an extra 10 pounds. And these are the things that I'm going to do about it. Setting those 3 goals is huge, because when you set a goal that it's in a long-term base, like 60 days, you're very likely to fall off your train tracks, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, you're very likely to fall off because it's a long-term thing where you're going to be thinking to yourself, okay, I got all the time in the world to do this. So you don't end up doing it. I've made that mistake myself multiple times. In my case, I had a competition with my fiance and her mom to lose the most amount of weight by March, and this was last November. So November and December, I didn't even care, because what did I keep telling myself? Well, I got, 3 more months to lose weight. I totally could do that. But I didn't take any action to get to that point. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here, is that if at that point in time, I would have told myself, okay, I'm going to do these 3 things every single day from here until March, I would have definitely destroyed them in this competition. Because these other 3 goals are things that you're going to make yourself do every single day, making you way, 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 way more likely to actually do them. And because you're setting these goals for the day, at the end of the day, you're going to feel accomplished, because at the end of the day, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I did do my 3 goals for the day today. And you're going to feel so good about it that the next day you're going to be like, I'm going to do that again tomorrow, and the next day, and the following day. So setting goals for yourself is very important. But like I said, motivation comes and goes. So you have to take action right now. There is no time like the present. They say that, everybody says that, we all hear it, but nobody actually, well, not nobody, but most people will not follow through with it, and they'll say it and they'll laugh it off, but they will not actually take action now. Like I said, example again, you feel motivated to eat healthier and go to the gym, get up, set goals for yourself, take action, do what you gotta do. If this is what it takes, get up and throw out all your ice creams and pop, and get rid of all of that garbage that's gonna stop you from achieving your goal. That is taking action. You might not be working out, but you're taking action towards your end goal. And that is massive, 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 massive. Getting rid of all your vices, getting rid of all of the things that will stop you from reaching your goal. It's a huge action that you're doing. It's awesome, man. You just gotta do it. You just gotta get up and do it. You gotta take action right now. A really good friend of mine, he showed me this video of Mel Robbins, who talks about how motivation is garbage. So I'm gonna be posting that link on my Facebook page, which is From Average to Savage, and I will be posting that link on there so you guys get a chance to see it, and she can explain why motivation is garbage and the 5-second rule. Now, before you guys jump on me like, oh man, you're talking about eating food off the floor, you're telling me to eat good. No, I'm not talking about that 5-second rule. I'm talking about a different 5-second rule that I want you to keep an open mind when you're watching this video. Basically, what she's telling you to do is that every time that you find yourself distracted from your goals, as in, like, for example, you want to get up and go, like I said, throw out all of the bad stuff in your kitchen, but suddenly you start opening Facebook and you start scrolling through Facebook, and then you open Twitter and you get distracted. Count down from 5. Just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and get up and get going. She will explain it way better than I ever could, because she's unbelievable. She did blow my mind with this video, which is why I really want to share it. She goes into depth about this, and I highly, highly, highly suggest you watch it. So again, it's going to be on the Facebook page called From Average to Savage. Make sure you like it and follow me on there, because I will be posting more information on the video, and I will be posting more things on there as well. Well, that's it for me today. I hope that I was able to kind of motivate you guys a little bit into setting your goals, into getting going. So please, please, please just take action. Take action in your life. You only live once. That YOLO saying, as stupid as it was, it's also very true. Don't use it as an excuse to do stupid things like most teenagers were doing. Hey, YOLO, let's eat a Tide Pod. You know, you only live once. Enjoy it. Make it the best life that you can. And how can you do that? Be fit. Be healthy. Don't be that guy that just sits in front of the TV because they're just in such bad shape that they can't even get going, that they can't move, that they can't find the energy to get up and go for a walk and enjoy nature. Enjoy the fact that you've woken up for another day. Enjoy the fact that you're alive today. Enjoy it. Be happy. Love yourself. There's only one of you. There's nobody like you in this universe. Anywhere. It's only you yourself. So why not make that the best version of yourself? So please follow the tips that I've been giving you so far. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe. Leave comments. Any sort of feedback. And I will be talking to you guys again next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, when you get that little window of motivation, get up, write your goals, and take action.